You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the August 18th meeting for the Michigan City Urban Enterprise Association. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Call to order the August 18th Michigan City Urban Enterprise Board of Directors meeting. I'll start off with the roll call. Bruce?
Here.
Dakota?
Here.
Jim?
Here.
Mr. Conley?
Here.
Ms. Willis?
Here.
And I am present as well. We have a quorum. We'll start with the first item on our agenda is
Approval of minutes.
approval of minutes. Has everybody had a chance to view the minutes?
No.
No, I was supposed to be here. So do I have a motion on the minutes for May 19th?
So May 19th, I prepared them, but only earlier today. And I looked at the minutes for July 21st, and I suggested Commission make a small change.
Yeah, in the email she said she was gonna have both of them here printed in packets, and
Oh,
so that's something
okay.
we're here. I was gonna suggest we just table it to the next meeting where we have
Okay.
review them.
All right.
So do I have a motion on the May 19th minutes?
Motion to table.
Do I have
Second.
any discussion? I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. The May 19th minutes have been tabled until the next meeting. Do I have a motion on the July 21st regular meeting minutes?
Motion to table.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. So next we will go down to the agendas. I got it in front of me.
Old business is next.
We'll go down.
Didn't we, are the two executive session memorandas under old business or with the minutes?
They are.
It says February 4th executive session, May 19th executive session, July 21st minutes.
Yes, I believe we have the two executive
Oh, okay.
session.
Oh, I see May 4th here now. I see February 4th here now. I'm sorry.
Motion to table all minutes due to them not being prepared, right?
Well, no, we have the.
Oh, do we have those?
The executive session ones.
Yeah, I see it right here in the email now.
Oh, okay.
So do I have a motion on the February 4th executive session minutes?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. In discussion? Hearing now, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. The approval of the February 4th executive session meeting minutes have been passed. And we have another for
May 19th.
the May 19th executive session meeting minutes.
Motion
I have
to approve.
Okay, I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
I have a motion in 3 seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. I think that's all the minutes, correct?
Believe, did you have them prepared for the one from last week?
Oh, I have August 13th, executive session minutes. Yes, she's sitting here as well.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All executive session meeting minutes have been approved and will be delivered to the city clerk's office tomorrow.
The comment on that, the executive session that concerning litigation, I believe we don't want to post that with the city.
Well, she sent the template that the city clerk center would just.
Yeah, okay. It's not a big deal. We can discuss it more another day. I think that's a flaw, but it's fine.
I got you. And next on the agenda was old business, correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't got the agenda in front of me.
Yep, old business. Nothing's listed.
Okay, we'll go down to new business. I think we have for the grant proposal from the Neighborhood Beautification Committee. I'll turn the floor over to Dakota. Everybody's had a chance to view the grant proposal he has in front of us?
I have.
Yep. Committee met on it and said they were in favor of it. The ask is to approve the proposal and to fund $2,000 of the MCUEA funds to match the mayor's $3,000.
Do I have a motion on the, I'm sorry, do I have any questions for the neighborhood beautification? I mean, the grant proposal for the, do I have any questions for the committee?
Hey, I got a quick question. Now, this contest is for all the resident and businesses that's in the UEA?
I envisioned it for the businesses like downtown.
Downtown?
But if there's residents, I imagine that they could because I know there are some residential
Yeah.
buildings down there as well.
So they're gonna
So-
just like submit their
Entry.
entry?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making sure because I'm in that area, so I can get my decoration on.
Do you have any more questions?
Motion approved.
I got a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
From the correspondence I got from the mayor's office, in the process of submitting the proposal, we must submit that proposal to the city administrator with the meeting minutes showing that it has been approved, showing that it's been approved, that it's been voted on and approved in a meeting. So I guess after we get our next meeting minutes approved, we can submit all of it over to the mayor's office, and then I don't know the next step after that. I just know that was the next part.
I imagine just attaching prepared meeting minutes would be able to.
I just know the email said approved meeting minutes stating that it was voted on and approved in the meeting.
When is the Festival of Lights parade?
I have a starting timeline listed, I thought, of September 2025. So I just don't feel like that would be a problem with anything. I imagine be able to move forward effectively.
Gotcha. I still couldn't find the agenda. Can you tell me what's the next one? All right, on the next
Executive assistant report.
Our executive assistant couldn't be here today. She informed me a little while ago that she thought she was gonna make it via Zoom, but nobody's on Zoom, correct?
Yeah, no, she's not here.
So do I have a motion to table the executive assistant report?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have one motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion approves the table executive assistant report to the next meeting. I think next on the item was,
Novak invoice.
Yes.
everybody had a chance to view the Novak invoice. I believe it's for $100 that is owed.
Mhm.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to pay.
I got a motion to pay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Got a motion in 2 seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We will get the invoice paid out this week to Attorney Novak. I think next is director's comment.
Says CLH bookkeeping report.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is an email I believe in here that was sent to everybody in the email with the follow up from the bookkeeping report. I will read it out. If anybody that hasn't viewed it yet, 1 second.
I guess, was there, I didn't recall a certain call to action with it. So what would be the steps to move forward with it? Is there any clear?
Still loading, but from I remember from the email, it was stated that, as noted before, there are $1,195 of payroll liabilities on balance sheet from when Gabrielle ran her wages through payroll. We can probably write off $237.50, as the urban enterprise may not be required to file state unemployment due to being a nonprofit. However, the $958.22 should be remitted to the Indiana Department of Revenue. And then it talked about we will need to open a holding account for the state, file the appropriate return, and then close the withholding account. So
Did we make a motion for those steps? Whoops.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes to get the ball rolling to pay the $958 that is owed to the Indiana Department of Revenue. And
Next is financial report.
has everybody had a chance to view? To view the screen's loading slow. To view the financial report that was submitted by the executive assistant.
I did have a couple questions. I know it was the one account that we have where I think it's down to $265 every month. There's a $10 service fee that we're paying on it, and the money's just continually going out the door. And so, what's the purpose of that account, and how do we stop having service fees?
I think the $10 service fee is for them to send the bank statements to the P.O. box, if I'm not mistaken.
For that account that we don't have any
I think
action on?
I think that $10 is for all 3 accounts, because I think that's the $10 that come off all 3 accounts, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not 100% sure. But I knew there was a $10 charge for them to send the bank statements to the PO box.
But we receive them electronically as well.
Correct.
And so is there a need for us to receive them at the PO box if we're receiving them electronically?
I don't believe there's a need. I think that's just how the process has always been, and that's why when she submitted, that's why it showed the way it did. It's just been since the inception, kind of just been a rollover thing that's been going on. The $10 service fee.
If that is the case, I would say we just go paperless and save the $10.
Yeah, who is our contact to the bank that would,
I think she actually be able to do it just off that, sign into the app and on.
Just click the go paperless option.
Honestly, yeah.
okay, great.
If that is the case, if that's.
I mean, that was just the only thing I knew for $10 to be for a service charge. I don't know if there's any other reason for a service
I would
charge. I don't
verify
know.
that if I were you, because on our account, the $10 is for if you go, if you go under a certain amount. We have a business account there too, but if you go under a certain amount on that account, there's a $10 service fee. So it's not just if you get a, paper, if you get paper. So
We're gonna
just
penalize you for not having
double
money.
Yeah, I know, it's.
We're gonna take money.
Banks,
because you don't have money.
banks will charge you.
They gotta
for
pay
everything, so
somebody.
just double check it.
I got you. So I'll look into it and get an exact answer on the $10 for it.
Okay.
Other question I had was, I saw something on the list for a meal at Social Q, and it was listed as like a business retention or something like that, I believe, on the report. And so I believe, according to this SOP that we have for debit card handling, is that it's supposed to include and submit a receipt for those purchases, and that it's authorized business expenses is outlined in the financial policy. Any personal use is strictly prohibited. And so I just kind of question what was achieved out of that $26 meal at that business at that time, I guess.
I think your question would be for Kamisha,
Yeah.
not for, because
Well, it's just- I'm voicing it for the public to see that we're being transparent and open about what's coming before us. In addition, it was also reported on the document of the bank statement of 3 checks that were cashed. But I didn't see those listed on the account or the listing from July 1st to July 31st for funds that were subtracted. So that was, I think, a total of $4,000 something. So again, I just think for moving forward that it's important that we're having accurate numbers reported to us on those financial statements from our executive assistant.
You talking about the 3,500?
No, I'm talking, well, first one was the business outing, the 20.
Yeah, right.
Then it would be on our actual statement.
Oh.
But on that, the claims, it doesn't show anything for the other checks that were
Yes.
used.
Yeah, why don't those reconcile?
good question. I guess, could say any more questions, but she's not here to answer the question, so. But is that the pleasure? Anybody got anything pertaining to the financial reports, since that's the subject we're in? Hear none, do I have I guess we'll move down to the next item on the agenda.
Office updates.
Since she's not here, I suggest we make a motion to table that until the next meeting as well.
Do we have to make a motion to table it, or we just not have a report?
That works. We can just do it that way.
Yeah,
There's really no action, right? So
right.
you just move on, right?
What's next?
Public comment?
Anybody? No camera and no public comment? Here, I'll call for public comment again. Public comment is now closed. I went up to director's comment.
That's it.
Any directors with any comments?
I would just say that the Midnight Hoops recognition dinner was nice to get recognized. I know we did receive a plaque that was given to us for our support of Midnight Hoops, and look forward to selling more of these shirts so that we can recoup the money, because I think good cause, but just need to remake that money.
So I like to bring up the topic of we touched on a little bit, talking to the city council with respect to the $1 million and the data center. I suggest that we discuss if we want to maybe meet with the city council or take some other action on that.
I think we should definitely, I mean, since their decisions are ultimately at their feet, I definitely think we should definitely express our interest. I mean, I think we expressed it to Councilman Nelson when he was at the last meeting. I think we should also, I think the next meeting's tomorrow. I mean, we can reach out, I can reach out to the council president, see if we can set up to have a meeting with her as well to discuss as well, but definitely, I don't know when they're taking action on the, I think it's not this meeting, it's the next meeting when they take action, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely think, try to start the process on that and reach out and speak exactly, articulate the points that we felt and the things that we discussed about pertaining to that.
Yeah, I'm in favor of that.
Would it be appropriate to have it be a correspondence received to the clerk's office and sent to all the council members? A document saying, hey, this is why we're concerned and would be looking for a meeting with them?
Yeah, okay, good. Who's going to be on the committee to write the draft of the letter that we propose?
I'll be happy to.
All right, well, I'll do it with you. Someone else want to be part of the writing the letter?
For the council?
Yeah.
I mean, I was just gonna suggest put it in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And get it done in 5 minutes.
it's not, it's just a matter of make sure it gets done. All right, well, we'll do it, and then we'll plan to show it at the next meeting.
So I missed the last meeting. Now, what are we asking for? I missed the last one.
So the topic is that it's the $1 million. Now, I don't know if that has been paid or not. And by the way, what I know is in the media reports, right? So assuming that it's going to be paid, make that assumption.
Mhm.
My sense is that since it's in the enterprise zone, it is not appropriate that we were excluded from participating in the conversations. And we all understand that there may be other incentives that other parties can offer, meaning Clarence, that are more attractive to a business. We get it. But to me, the fundamental precept is that we're excluded from being at the table. And you know, if it was, I'm going to exaggerate, if it was a $10,000 payment, I mean, like, it's, you know, it's $1 million. And it has to do with, now I stand on principle, it has to do with where do we stand? You know, what's the city council and then what's the city council's attitude toward what we're doing? Because here we are putting forth our personal time.
Yep.
We're just doing stuff out of the goodness of our heart, right?
Labor of love.
Labor of love, and as I said, I think I speak for all of us. It hurts my feelings when we tell people halfway through the year, we're out of money, we can't fix your windows. I don't like that. So, commensurate with what Tristan has suggested, I'd like to have a come to Jesus meeting with city council and find out when was the decision made, why were we not there, what's looking forward to the future. And I certainly would like to put in a bid to get some portion of that $1 million so we can fix windows all the way through the year. Invest the money.
Yeah. I agree with you completely.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so I like your idea of the letter. You and I will write a letter and everyone gets to opine on the draft. And if Jim wakes up 2 days from now and he desperately wants to help write the letter, he's welcome to do it.
Now hand deliver it to the clerk's office for us.
Okay.
So when is the next city council meeting? You said tomorrow?
Tomorrow, but it's not going to be, that isn't
It's not
going to be
on
on
the
their
agenda?
agenda. They tabled it for a month.
Say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they tabled the data center for a month.
Any more director's comments?
I would say that I did receive a calculation of hours worked by our executive administrative assistant, with a total of roughly 30 hours in a 2-week period. I appreciate being able to receive that listing of hours as requested. But I still feel as if more could be done for the UEA by an executive assistant. We have an agenda that, for some reason, is on 2 pages. We have financial reports that are missing items. We have, and the duties of the contractor, that be present at all meetings. And
Oh, it says it on the contract?
it states it on the contract. So at this time, I would like to make a motion to terminate the contract in 30 days.
I have a motion to terminate the contract for the executive assistant in 30 days. Do I have a second?
A second.
I have a motion in a second. Do I have any discussion?
I just wonder, has anyone sat her down and?
I was, yeah.
I'm usually like I said, I'm more about quality. It does sound like that's not quite enough hours, but like my staff in my office, we don't punch clocks. I'm more about, is your work done? Is it good work? I mean, I don't care if they work 40 hours or 20 or whatever, right? As long as the work's done. And
In the contract.
it sounds like she's definitely has some discrepancies, but has anyone sat her down like, listen, this is really what we.
And what about any kind of due process? I mean, is there any kind of, is there, like a first review, or has there been a first review? Has she been told, hey, look, these are some discrepancies that have come up? Give her the opportunity to address those and then revisit this, or is it just cut and dry, okay, you're out?
My position would be is that we hired with expectations, paying $42,000 a year, that either they're able to fulfill those duties or they're not able to fulfill those duties. As a board, I don't think it's up to us to really provide that one-on-one training. It's either we're getting the services out of that assistant or we're not.
I hear what you're saying, but by the same token, she really didn't have anybody to train her, because the person, correct me if I'm wrong, was there somebody that was around to actually train her on all of the aspects of the job? And if there were, I have nothing to say. But if there wasn't, then she's learning the job as she goes along. Is that correct?
My position would be, don't apply if you don't have the.
Well, I won't agree with some of the notions that was made, but I'll say there was a meeting after the last meeting regarding some issues that were brought up by Mr. Euler, and it was articulated and things that needed to be improved. And I can also state that when she first came on, she had, I would never say she had the most trainer, the best trainer. I feel like everybody's been kind of learning as they go on. She got to get to learn the gist of what the format is, what she's supposed to be doing from the previous Ms. Collins when before she left the board. So she did have that training in that aspect. And there was a meeting, I want to say like a few days after the last meeting that we had, and that's really honestly the only thing. That's just the only thing I can say from.
There was a meeting with her?
Yes, the last meeting we set a committee, me, Mr. Euler, and Mr. Conley.
Well, obviously I wasn't privy to that, but
Maybe
like I said,
Everybody was at the last meeting, I thought.
it's at the last meeting, but I know there's a meeting after that.
No, we had set the committee for, I think.
I had brought up the motion, and then
Right.
it was, how do we move from here? And then it was suggested by myself that we form a committee to review.
So then she was, I guess, talked to. I think
that
kind of at our
was your
point.
form of due process then? That was the due process, the meeting, and then she was told the things that she needed to correct or do better, and so that was the form of due process? That was it then?
I would say that the meeting was rather, I'll say, unproductive for the most part. It was relayed quickly that I had titled the document as a by, not an annual review, but a semi-annual, or something like that. And so it was presented right away that her services had been since February 18th. And so it wasn't 6 months of time and was not time to be doing a semi-annual review. And that it needed to wait until after 6 months. And so that's why I'd say it was unproductive, because it was pretty much right away saying, well, anything you have to offer isn't going to be received fully.
What does that contract say for us terminating?
Must be written and given 30 days notice from either party. So choose to terminate the contract.
Based on the ability to perform the job, right?
No, who's that will?
While I'm uncomfortable with the idea of dismissing her, just to throw this out, it would be nice to start the next grant year with like everything the way we want it to be. And since August is now done, suddenly January 1st is not far away.
Mhm.
Any more discussion?
I guess I just feel like, again, like I said, I wasn't privy to the last meeting, but I just feel like, there should be some due process. And I feel like just, okay, we told you what we don't like and what you have missing, so therefore you're out. I just don't, I feel like there should be some more due process, especially in terms of the fact that she didn't really have anybody giving her the specific tools that she needed to actually do the job. Yes, she had the experience. You told her what her job duties were, but as far as I know, when she came into the job, things were kind of it was in disarray. She had to deal with that issue to get everything straightened out, and then step into the job and make sure everything was, moving smoothly. I guess me personally, I just think, if there's a probationary period or something like that, was there a probationary period? Not, and, was she given a real opportunity to, correct what she needed to correct? That's just my stance on it, so.
I mean, I would say, the part where you say privy to honestly, the last, not the executive session, we had the previous meeting before, when the issue came about, the committee was established, I asked anybody who wanted to be part of the committee, and there was a 3 that volunteered to set out and have a meeting with her. I would say, I believe the meeting started off unproductive, but I believe it got better as the meeting went on, but it was unproductive. It was contentious, but I've kind of looked at it from both angles, and he's raised the same issues and raised concerns, and so that's, I don't know, we kind of fall to the spot where we're here now, where we have the motion to have the second. If any more discussion,
I just do my,
mean,
that's my opinion.
I got you.
We want your opinion.
Yeah, I wasn't disparaging your opinion or anything.
Okay.
Is there any sort of metric that we could go by to where if we didn't dismiss her tonight, but by the next meeting, right, in a month, we're like, okay, she's continued to do this, right, or not do that, then next meeting?
I'm really on the fence.
Me too. Like,
No
it sounds like
disrespect to Dakota.
Yeah, it sounds like she probably could easily be dismissed, but have we really given her a full chance to?
And I guess what
correct her
happens if we
behavior?
have another candidate and the same thing happens? I guess I'm just trying to figure out, should we have something in place where it's pretty, we're giving them some cut and dry, like I said, we're giving them cut and dry due process.
The point I was going to say is I see, because I'm struggling, I'm trying to sort of decide on my vista on this, and I'm thinking, do we think something's going to be different if we take an additional step? Do we think that we'll have a different conversation the next time around? I'm saying that to me is the way to look at it.
Yeah.
So this would be like the third step.
I haven't really made a decision either way on this vote, but I can say Dakota's. I won't discredit. Dakota's done a lot to help with her throughout the process and work with her. I mean, I feel like there's been some issues on both sides that they both probably could have handled better, and we've kind of failed to the wayside of where we got here now. And I'm not opposed to giving her another chance. I'm not opposed if the board decides we want to terminate the contract and go a different direction either. But I mean, I'm just really taking a step back, just looking at the whole full scenery of it. I mean,
I do want to thank Dakota for being attentive to these details. You know, my head's kind of on other topics with the
Same.
UEA, so thank you for being attentive to this.
Yeah, I agree.
I think everybody has the same goal of growing the UEA. And so I believe, having minutes prepared and approved, sent to us more than the weekend before, having financial statements that are accurate and approving it, having good numbers are important. Agendas that look professional all contribute to us growing as a UEA. Going out to businesses and having awareness of what we offer, and not getting that training in July. I mean, I don't feel like it's on the board members to offer that training to an assistant. I feel we have a contract for those services to be provided, and that if someone's unable to fulfill that contract, I see it pretty cut and dry.
I'm becoming more sympathetic to your point, and I listened very carefully to what you said, Wendy. But this is an interesting vista. I'm just starting to shift a bit. It's like we're all here on our personal time. We're all just directors, we all have things we could be doing. I'm happy to be here, right? But we do have things we're doing, and I got stuff going on. I can't participate in training time, and we're not getting paid. Well, the $50, but we're not getting paid for this.
And $17.50, I mean, $100 an hour, just rough math right there, at what we're paying for 30 hours a week, roughly. I mean,
Mr. Briscoe.
Oh, just in time so that he has to.
Yeah, tiebreaker.
Yeah, you're gonna have to finish something here.
I don't know if this thing go.
Sorry for the delay at Board Works meeting.
Mr. Briscoe is now
Just-
present. We have a current motion on the floor to terminate the contract of the executive assistant.
Okay.
We were just at the point of discussion.
Why don't we see if DeMarcus has?
I was gonna say anybody can catch him up on anything. It's been a little bit of discussion.
Want
so
to catch
far.
him up? You're the one who's been.
essentially, at the last meeting, I requested a document, as stated in the contract, for a time log. The time log was provided to me as requested, and it noted that in the past 2-week period, about 30 hours of work was completed. Originally, it was put before the board that office hours would change from 9 to 2 Monday through Thursday, 9 to 1 Monday. Might have those reversed. 29 hours in total a week. And so to have 30 hours in a 2-week period, and getting the amount, it's roughly about $100 an hour, and I simply don't find that the work that we're receiving from our assistant is at the value of $100 an hour. So my motion was to terminate the contract with 30-day notice.
And Mr. Conley seconded the motion.
I would vote aye on that, so.
I haven't called for the vote yet. but-
Oh, I apologize.
Do you have comments?
No, I don't.
Any more discussion? Hearing
No, yes, I am.
none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm opposed, but there we go.
Was that a?
I'm opposed to the motion. It's a close call in my head.
Can I ask for a roll call?
No problem. Mr. Briscoe?
Aye.
Mr. Bruce?
No.
Mr. Mueller, I'm sorry.
Aye.
Mr. Clarendon?
Aye.
Mr. Conley?
Aye.
Ms. Willis? I vote aye as well on this one. So motion passes.
Thank you.
Any more director's comments?
I guess just with that, we probably need to start the process of finding someone new, right? And that whole transition,
Yeah.
better now than later,
I
probably.
mean, we have a job description I don't think needs changed.
Yeah.
How are we gonna circulate it? I don't remember how we circulated it.
Last time it went through Beacon, the city posted it, not Beacon, the Bleacher or Beecher or something I think it's called. And it's not the News Dispatch no more. It's
I would say one thing that I think would be, if, do you think it would be an undue burden for that applications are received to a, I don't know exactly how it would work, but more than like one inbox?
it just went to the UEA email. That's
Yeah,
what it went.
But I felt that, like, that was one thing that might have been open. I feel like it should have been opened up a little bit personally, but,
Far as the resumes getting mailed in, you saying?
yeah.
Send it to where?
Do you think it would be a burden to ask for them to be sent via mail or something like that?
Here's what I don't like about that, is that
Information.
there's always a
Yeah,
question
I'm-
if somebody says, I mailed it, and I mean.
Didn't get it, yeah.
I know I
I mean,
experience that a lot when I don't get mail, and
I did that a lot of my job also. People say they didn't get it, and yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes along with that.
Likewise, I've had issues with email where I sent something and they said they've never received it, and they've checked junk folders and
Yeah.
just never received it. So, I mean, it can go both ways, but I guess that would just be a thought. Maybe appropriate this time to have a committee meet and review
The applicants.
the applicants, but probably right now review the,
It went through committee last time. I don't know if it's the same people here. I mean, anybody want to volunteer to be part of executive assistant search committee?
I guess last time, did we have multiple applications last time?
3.
I guess, was there a close second that maybe we can reach out to? Like, hey,
She's the only.
She didn't show up.
She's the only one that showed up.
Yeah, she didn't show up.
Oh yeah, me, Bruce, and Nick interviewed her.
yes.
I just had to think, but yeah.
We'll put Nick back on it since he's not here.
That's
what happens when you don't show up.
Absolutely. Any more director's comments?
Well, I feel like we gotta reach a decision what to do. I agree with you. I don't think we rewrite it. And we're gonna post it the same way, and then, so maybe at the next meeting, September, October. I think we wanna have a decision made by no later than the December. Ideally, that's our target.
December seemed like it'd be a great target. Honestly.
I'd be open to, I mean, I know the motion already went through to terminate, but I'd be open to, I mean, it just says that we have to give notice that we would like to terminate. So I'd be open to making that until like more than a month so that we can get through this grant cycle or something like that. I'd be open to that.
Get through the grant cycle?
Get through the grant cycle, and then that way, starting out next year, we would have a new, because I mean, that's, well, then
So
that's.
you made the motion
Well,
to
yeah, you're
terminate her,
right.
now you want to ask her.
Yeah, you're right, 100%.
I'm
You're right.
like, you can't.
You're right, you're
I'm
right.
like,
You're right. I'm just thinking,
I'm like-
we're in the middle of a grant cycle, and one question I do have is, I seem to remember, I'd have to research through my documents, but I believe when she was first, I don't know how when we first approved the contractor, there was a payment made at the front of it, I believe. And so I would like to know if we could research and find out when the terms of employment started and when payment was made for those services, if it syncs up. So that way, we just know at the end of services that we're paid up, or if we have to.
So-
pay outside of that, I guess.
Well, that's a good point also. By me, there's nothing wrong with changing your mind. I just want to clarify something. Are we saying we're giving her a 30-day notice or a written notice that her contract is terminated? I just think we got to clarify,
was
is it
30.
1 or 2?
Right to terminate the agreement without cause on a 30-day prior notice.
So we're sending the notice to say it's terminated 30 days from now.
Yep.
So technically be September 17th.
I just want to make, it's a detail. That's
I
all.
got you, I got you.
And I think if she continues to work, you have to continue to pay her for those 30 days.
Exactly.
She may just say, okay, well then,
Well,
here's
yeah.
your laptop, here's all your stuff, and then she's done. We don't pay her, but we're stuck without
Yeah,
anybody.
Go through the details. And so so who writes the letter? I don't think we have to engage Anthony to write the letter.
Probably just needs to come from Tristan as the president
Fine.
or whatever.
Okay.
Just at the last meeting, the motion was made and approved.
Yes. Okay, fine.
Any more director's comments?
Will it be a struggle to find out what the pay terms were, or would that be easy to achieve? I imagine it would be easy.
I don't think anything would be a struggle to find.
Okay. I think we'd just be looking at the payrolls and seeing after February 19th when the first pay cycle was, and then if it was at the beginning or at the end. I don't know what the comments are.
Any more director's comments? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? I mean, do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.